Hey yo, it's your boy Mikey Squeeze coming at you live, and this is the Beginner's Guide. From what I heard, this game is kind of similar to the Stanley Parable, but I haven't played it myself, so I'm really not sure. I heard it's very narrative driven. So, well, let's just jump into it. Please make sure audio is on. Yep. I mean, I'm not sure if it's quality audio, but it's definitely on. Controls WASD and the click button. Okay. Left click to be exact.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story,
Yep, there it is.
today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make.
Coda.
So just
Okay.
to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made.
The
It's a
CSGO?
level for Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course,
Where?
it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person.
Can I climb these?
And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is.
It's all black.
And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveyWreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Okay, I feel like there's going to be a lot of talking in this one, so I'm going to try to keep it my own commentary minimal. So you guys can enjoy this. Oh shit! Get a gun in this one. Warning, Whisper Machine.
This game is
Status
called
hacked.
Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from me.
Not ammo. Is there an ammo pickup? Where's this Whisper Machine? What does it do? So he's gonna be showing us a bunch of games, huh?
Security code breached. Hostile alien life form inbound.
Kinda reminds me of Halo.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Yeah.
But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are. rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin shield evacuation.
I love how you
Please
can see
open
the
up.
bottom of the universe from this room.
Ha! Yeah, there it is. Alright, down this passageway.
Apparently, the space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Okay.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Oh shit.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
No. I simply will not. I don't want to die. But for the sake of the game, I think that's the only way to move forward, so, there we go.
Let me pause here for a second.
We're so great.
What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
We're flying. We can see the whole level.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Huh. Oh. I can only move backwards?
In this game, you can only walk backwards.
The past was behind her. Oh, that's ominous. That's pretty cool. That's a very interesting concept. You can only go backwards, huh? I wonder what this song is like in reverse.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
This is pretty cool. Like, yeah, I want to play this back in reverse. It sounds like the song's in reverse. But the future cannot be seen. Why does the future keep changing? Okay, I think that's the whole game. The past was behind her. Was Coda a girl? Or maybe the narrator? Like, with a developer name or something? Alright. I think I've seen about enough of this. Unless I'm missing something. Am I missing something? Someone tell me if you're in the stream. Oh, yep. Okay, there's another path. It becomes clearer when she stops and looks. Oh, that's really... that's pretty cool. But the future is always behind her. How will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends.
Yeah, that was
Didn't
cute.
need anything more than that. which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one. And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Yeah, okay. That was interesting.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
That's a pretty daunting tower. Look at that thing. It's a fucking obelisk. Oh, getting slower here. Up.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Oh, okay, thank God. I thought I was gonna have to go up the entire staircase like that. Oh. Stand on an X staring at a bear for 3 hours. A game where you collect items except the game automatically quits when you collect them all. A game of only motivational quotes played one after another while the player cannot move.
And nice and filled with little ideas for games.
The game is nothing but giant blocks of text explaining what's happening. A normal game where you have to scream
Coda
into...
would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Read an enemy's emails to learn how to beat them. So I guess Coda's a guy. He explicitly said he. That was pretty cool. Ready, set, fish. We got a fishing game? I enjoy fishing games. Like in Zelda Ocarina of Time, that fishing game, I remember me and my family used to play that all the time. Like, yeah, I don't know why I thought of that. Alright.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Okay, so there's a switch. Ah, that was...
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
I'm super smart. I'm wicked smart. Did you see that? That took me like 5 seconds. I'm pretty good. Are you guys impressed? Are you guys impressed at how good I am? Tell me I'm good, please. Alright.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Oh shit. What the fuck? Holy shit. Can I fall off? I'm gonna try. Nope.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
That was crazy looking. Oh, we're back here. You are now exiting.
Aha. So, this combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Okay, March 2009. The Great and Lovely Descent. Ooh, lovely. It's a farmhouse in the middle of nothingness. Makes me think of Courage the Cowardly Dog for some reason.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
The Streetwise Fool.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Oh.
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Ooh, shit. I wonder if I could fall off. Should I try? Or should I just keep parkouring? Oh shit. Look at me. Oh my god. Should I just jump off? Alright, I'm just gonna jump down. Oof. Oof. Insert Roblox oof. What's that? Oh, I can't get to it. There's some kind of glass wall. Oh shit, what is this? Oh my god. What is that? Oh my god. It's a prison? Okay, guess I gotta go this way. Is this how prisons work? Do they have like elevators like this? Do we have to go into this cell? I don't want to go into the fucking cell. I guess that's my only option. Alright, we're going into this cell.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah, thanks.
This
Alright.
is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible?
Yeah.
And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Well, why would you make a game that's not playable? I don't understand. Like, is that some like avant-garde shit? Like, oh, like it's got to be. Like, I don't know. I think I'm on the narrator's side on this one. This Coda seems like a pretty artsy, abstract guy.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Anything on this side? Nope. These are some pretty sick looking environments though. Not gonna lie. Oh my god. What is this? Oh my god, what is this? Listen. What's up, guys? You there? Did you come from up above?
Coda begins
What
using
was
a
up
kind
there?
of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. That's the world above. You've been there. Yes, we have. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Should we lie? Yes I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Let's tell the truth here. Again, perfect. Now, please, tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. Oh no, but I do. We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It's the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there's nothing I want more. Guess that door opened. Is that all? These guys are pretty unsettling. Okay, let's move on. Looks like the same room, except 2 of them have their arms crossed. What's up? Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? No, I've been right here this entire time. Let's go with the second one. I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. It's not meant to be solved, but you can sit back in the blank space in the middle. Why would I just sit? Let's ask who they are. Who are you? The third one. Just go hang out there in that blackness for a bit. You may not like it at first, but it'll grow on you, eventually. These guys are so ominous. Okay. I'm not gonna sit in that blank space, like... I don't know what kind of abstract shit this game's trying to tell me, but...
So we make one last descent, down to the final floor of the level.
Alright. Oh, I can see something out there. It's like the courtyard. There's a nice bright lamp in the middle. That might make a good thumbnail there.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long.
Yeah.
Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Can't use these doors. You can't see your feet either. I always want to see if you can see your feet in these first-person games. April 2009. Okay, a little farther along here. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, that's pretty cool. Oh, what's this? Is this a note? Nice room. Not. It sounds like something an internet person would say back in 2009.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda.
We're
This was
geniuses.
actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention. I was over enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually. Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I have ever seen.
Isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing.
Balls.
I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Whoa. Okay. Sorry. Should I read all of them? Well, whatever. I'm gonna read all of them. He said nothing's gonna happen, but something tells me that something might happen, because that's how these games usually work. What the shit is this cavern? I really like that long message about the majestic flying penguin. Boring. I can assure you, guaranteed that there is an acorn somewhere here in this place, and the sailors are looking for it. Very abstract. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Butt ass butt. I need to go to the frickin' bathroom. Oh, notice me, senpai. A free t-shirt. Door how open? Open sesame. Makes game includes door, cannot open door. Thanks. Okay. Someday I will meet the person who made this. I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. Same, actually. It's not very crowded here. I don't want to feel judged. Suddenly everyone's a poet. That sounds kind of like me, a little cynical. Welcome. Congratulations. I don't really know where to go with this. Okay. This is where I get off. I failed to write anything here. I am compelled. Misery. I love misery. Take my hand. Let's jump together. Let's see if we can fall off. Nope, we cannot. Cabbage shapes our nation. What is that painting? What is that painting? Abstract art. Modern art, I mean. Oh shit. I don't know if I'm gonna read all of them. Like you guys, you know, you can pick up the game yourself if you want to read all of them, but I'm gonna try to get a lot of them. Yeah, you cannot fall off. Okay. Just gonna kind of speed past them. Whoever made this has issues. Painting, what does it mean? It looks like just a bunch of circles. Stop faking it. Stop faking what? Art. Hey guys, how's it going? Just hanging. Help, I'm trying to speak. That didn't look perfect from far away. Cabbage shapes our nation, that one repeats. It looks like dots the whole time, unless I'm missing something. I might have to go back through the footage. Spoilers, it doesn't mean anything. Devil Tower Star. You know what? I am kinda... I saw a person walk down there, now it won't come back. The guy's lying. So, I kinda noticed... It's about how this game is pretentious and you all suck. That kind of is what the feeling I got. But, you know, I'm enjoying the story so far. But it is feeling a little pretentious, not gonna lie. I beat the game. Ooh. More room?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
There are notes in the real world. Oh, that is some creepy whispering.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Help. These people are dumb. We got it in the first try.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Holy shit, what is that noise? Typewriters? Oh my god. Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak. May through June 2009. That typewriter sound is really irritating. Holy shit. Porn stars died too.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay, we're in some kind of jail cell, but it looks comfy. Comfy jail cell with a well. That's like an unsettling well. It's like The Ring or something. Remember that movie? That movie was like, it scared the shit out of me. Some really modern furniture, except for this table. Everything's really modern except for that table. Alright. Oh, there's a door here. I guess it wasn't a prison. Ooh. Yeah, this is a really modern looking building. Some club music in the back. Same painting. You hear that? Untis, untis, untis. Okay. Oh, we're at the bottom of the well.
See,
oh shit.
This is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Oh, what the hell? Okay, same thing, except all the furniture is gone. It's just like boxes. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? Let's put a giant hole in the ground. Oh, nope, that's not a giant hole in the ground. Okay, now what about along the wall of the room? Put a huge picture of a horse. I'd really like a washing machine. 10 stoves lined up against the wall. 10 stoves. Okay, that's not 10 stoves. Those are couches. Kind of seems... I kind of think that it doesn't matter what we answer. They're just going to put in the same furniture. I think we should light up this room a bit. A skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. I'm thinking a 10 by 12 recessed electric 6-inch soft LED ceiling lights with a fluorescent trim. We'll put live Tesla coils in each corner. Yeah, Tesla coils. I'm liking option 3. Whoever that... Oh, that is not... Okay. Last thing. And a table. You need a table. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. The tables were invented in 1935. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. But, you know what? Let's go with that. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, alright. Alright, then.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Very odd.
So, okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please walk forward. Okay. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Awesome. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. Alright, first, click on this table. Good. Go over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Okay. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Alright, where's the... Oh, there it is. Now, go to the left side sofa. Move it over a little. With click? Yeah, okay. Finally, touch the shelves. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start and be taken back to your prison. Okay. Return.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Oh.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
Okay.
Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's
Alright.
it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
What? Okay. Walking forward then. Looks like a little village. Very dark. Lot of crickets or something. What is this? Look like the textures from the well. Ooh, I did not like that noise. This is creepy. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? So you were trapped in this prison too? Yep, I was in the furniture maze. Yep,
It's a
I was.
conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Feels like being completely still and wildly in motion at the same time. Do you feel any different? Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and then things will be exactly the same as before. No, I'm really the same person now as I was back then. Oh no, that's awful. How's that awful? That's the worst thing I can imagine. What, you don't like being yourself? The problem is that you don't actually know who you are right now. Wait, if you're me, then how did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back? I don't fucking know. Then can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? To get out, to get out, just talk with me for a bit. What is this? Duh, what? That will free me? How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just talk to me, it will make sense. Listen, you can't know until... Okay, I can talk. Let's just talk for a bit. Will you be here? I will be here for as long as you need.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it would be alright. August 2009.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Oh shit. A very modern house in the middle of
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Okay, the door just closed behind us. But this is nice. I wouldn't mind being here. Oh, clean. Well, my goodness. I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might have to clean this entire house all by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Clear the table. So we're doing housework? Oh, that was fast. Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? Okay, where's the bedroom? Oh, that's the bathroom. There it is. This is a nice room. A lot of glass. Looks like a pretty expensive place. While you're in there, why don't you straighten out the rug a bit? All the little details matter. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? How'd you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen a house this messy. No, no, my place is pretty messy. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? Well, I don't enjoy it so much as I need it. While I'm working, I feel a kind of calm that rests in the pit of my rib cage. My soul just can't be soothed any other way, it seems, which I guess is about all that matters. Oh, that and a tidy couch. Would you straighten out the pillows on the sofa out here? This is a really nice place. Straighten out the pillows on the sofa. Arrange the pillows. Oh dear. Looks like someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over there. Clean this spill. Okay. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy? Yeah, I'll try to get by. Do you absolutely have to? Do you absolutely have to? Yes. Alright, spill then. Duh. No, I don't. It was stupid. Never mind. Oh, okay. Now I feel bad. Hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? Alright. So, it looks like you're just kind of fucking standing there, but I guess I'll clean the dishes. You sure you don't want to help me out a little bit? Then you can share all the personal shit you want if you help. Last I checked, the tub needed a cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best you can? No need to be perfect, we're all just human. Aw, that's nice of you to say, even though you're telling me what to do. Are there still books scattered around on the floor of the bedroom? If so, would you put them back on the shelf? See, I noticed that earlier. Why didn't you just have me do it earlier? Okay, organize the shelves. Perfect. Now then, how about you come and clear these dishes off the table? Wait, what?
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you have absolutely got to own it, otherwise it owns you. So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future
I know
you?
that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was, like, grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Looks like the tub has gotten rather dirty. Would you mind tidying it up a bit? I don't like this. The chores, they just keep happening. Like, scrub the tub. Would you mind tidying it up a bit? Okay. Earlier when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it, and it takes care of you. Heh. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. I get it, that's a weird thing to say to something. Yeah, you're right, that's pretty cheesy, but there's a bit of truth. This time, let's be nice, even though we had to clean this guy's house. There's a bit of truth in it, no? Anyway, so, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books. Would you please clean up the books? Thanks. Okay. Oh goodness, those pillows over at the couch are a real mess.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Question. Do you enjoy this?
Of course, it can't last.
What the fuck?
The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Alright, we came from there. So I guess we go back up there. That was interesting. I liked the music. It's very warm. It gave me a warm feeling. And then now we're back out here in the cold. I guess that's the juxtaposition they were going for. It's pretty artsy. Oh, guess the game's over.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
September 2009. Items you love at members-only prices. Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself? Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is easy. It's so easy. It's so easy.
About halfway through the game,
being perfect is
perspective
effortless.
shifts.
Oh my god. Being perfect is effortless. This is the key. How do I achieve it with no effort?
And you play as the teacher.
Kids should not follow their
discover
dreams.
that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
I'm just picking like the worst answers. If you are torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for life, you're not doing it right. Ew, I'm developing a cyst. Gross. There is no truth. There is no path. Holy shit, you guys. Something is coming out of the back of the room. Look out. Everyone run. Run.
I felt pretty hard for this one.
Perfection.
I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
Yeah, that was interesting. Huh. What was this?
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was
Same
4
assets.
months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Oh, we're on a stage. Oh, shit. Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, you will start leaning out against this wall. Good, stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It is your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Hello? Where's the bathroom? What are you doing? You're deflecting. You're not saying what's actually on your mind. Stop dancing around it and have a conversation with this person. Do it again. Okay, here are all of my hopes and dreams. No, no, no. That's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just at that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's all you need to a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Now talk to her again. Oh shit, yeah, you bounce when you... and it makes a noise. Hold on, I'm gonna try to bounce between these two. Sorry, okay, what are some sacrifices you've had to make? You're messing it all up again. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Oh my god, what? Is the game over? What is that? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay, yes. Now this is
The
working.
game ends
This is
with
what
this
it was like.
eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
What in the fuck?
But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
June 2010. Mobius Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna close my eyes. Oh, okay, I'm opening them. Captain, what can we do? I can't die like this, I can't die. Help, I'm blind. Then my vision suddenly went black. There's a giant door, and then my vision went black. Don't let this be forever? Oh my god, there's like a giant door. Okay. Alright. What's going on? What's going on?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
There's a solution? What the fuck? Okay. What's the solution? What is... Oh, there's a door. Oh, we did it! Oh, what the fuck? Alright. What's going on? There we go. Truth. I'm bursting with creative energy. No, that isn't truthful. Okay, this isn't working. No, that isn't truthful. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Help, I'm blind. Here we go. Okay, I have to say something honest. My work is always fun! That wasn't truthful? Okay, so we're gonna die. Alright. So I guess it's this is a game made by a very depressed person, I guess. Because the other option was very, it was very sad. Alright. So let's go with the sad option and see what happens. I can't see anything. Truth. I can't keep making these. Oh, the door stopped. Yes, that's it. That's the truth. Oh my god. These are all okay.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
December 2010. 6 months. This might be a, this might be a good one. Let's see. Hello, where am I? What is this? Where am I? Oh. Oh, this is very beautiful. Where did this island come from? Oh shit. Oh my god. It's beautiful. I like the music. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. I am fucking lost, dude. Where the fuck? When I try to create, oh my god, that's so sad. Okay, I have nothing left to give to my work. Oh no! What's happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start its game. Okay, every time I say something, a new island pops up. Some very pointy trees. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where that is. It isn't far. Okay. You have to take me to it. I need to see it to know why it stopped. Is this a game about, like, mental health or something? I can take you to it, but there's a problem.
If the last game
it's guarded by a
featured
difficult
Coda
puzzle.
talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for? Because from my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Now you have to close the first door. Alright, what's next? Now just open, just press the switch here. Ha! That was so simple.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
What is this? You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Alright, I guess... Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh, that feels wonderful. Why did I feel so awful when I said that? Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. Is that like a girl crying in the back? Okay. Yes, that's wonderful. Keep going.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about, and I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this was the worst thing for me. I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how it was. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
That was pretty creepy.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Seems like a severely depressed individual. That was haunting. Not gonna lie. Oh my god. The machine. Oh shit. I guess that's a guard. Here's that puzzle. Okay, he's standing guard. Ma'am, I'm glad to see you have arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you'd like. I intend to be brutal. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Oh, shit. Oh, we're famous. Look at us. Alright, I'll answer all your questions later. I'll answer all your questions, just... Oh, there's the machine. That is definitely a machine.
And of course, it's the machine.
What's up? That is a very literal interpretation of a machine. You've stopped! Your work was keeping us alive. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? How about this for a start? You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. I have seen the thing you fear. I intended to be brutal, guys. So, alright then. I will speak to them for you. Oh, shit. Oh, here's the press. I'm gonna tell them. My followers. I have had a troubling revelation. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit it deliberately hurt us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me, we will destroy the machine. The crowd goes wild. Let's get it. Oh, here's the stage. Again. Okay. What is happening? Oh shit, here's the gun. Oh, it's like destroying the... Oh, this is cool. Coda, I'll make sure your work dies here. Isn't this what you're scared of? Having to live without your precious creations, having to deal with yourself?
And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Coda is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh no, I liked this one. Alright, whatever.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Okay. Oh, there's the machine. The very literal machine. Are we gonna beat it up? This looks like some kind of interrogation room. Put down your weapon. Do we shoot it? Yeah.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
That was a little bit disturbing, but alright.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Tower, huh? Alright, let's give it a go. June 2011. The Tower. Alright. Oh shit. Okay.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work.
It's pretty scary.
Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Yeah. This is pretty cold. The giant environment. I feel very small. Okay, a very similar looking room.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh shit, what?
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Yeah. It actually despises the player. That's kind of how I feel that developers feel like now. They actually fucking don't like the players, especially with that Diablo release. Do you guys even have phones?
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
1516171. Oh fuck. God damn it. 15 fucking okay. 151. Very slowly now. 617. 617. There we go. That's where we just were. Can we fall off? No, we can't fall. Why do I always just check to see if you can fall off? Let's be honest, you were thinking it too. Alright. Very menacing, like the music and the door?
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress.
Cool.
And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
I feel like you might be
like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
You might be reading too much into it, bro. Maybe the guy's just a fucking asshole and making
Was
games.
I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
What 3 dots? Did I miss something? I think I skipped like one of the dialogue options on accident, but whatever.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed. Did I screw up?
Listen, dude, don't take it personally. I think this guy was like depressed. Not your fault. Dear Davey, thank you for
I
your...
am the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I am making these games for you. Well, you obviously fucking are. You put his name... whatever. You've so infected my personal...
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
This is pretty meta right now.
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. What the fuck? Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just part of the process. The facts that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. Like, that's what I thought. This guy's reading way too far into this. Like, I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And that you make peace with this thing that you are wrestling. And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. Okay? Oh, there's no switch on this one.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Wow. Epilogue. Oh shit.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Is the narrator Coda? Like, is he talking about himself? Platform 9 3/4. This reminds me of Half-Life. I guess it's the same engine, so okay, where do I go? Oh, there's an open door over there. Alright, let's give it a go. Can hear people.
Solution.
Solution. That's a pretty environment. Looks like a
I guess
plantation
if
house.
someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Why do I feel like a zombie's gonna come out or something? This is kind of a creepy, like, old school, like...
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
What is this? Huh. This room's just like filled with sand or something right now. Like a cave or... This reminds me of that scene in The Hobbit where there's like all that gold around in that room. It's just like a sea of gold.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Okay, but don't people make games to share them? Like, isn't that the point?
What now? I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Whoa. Just walk through all of them. It's pretty interesting. Look at these shapes. Very odd shapes. Just a series of shapes, each with a hole to jump down. Can we jump off this way? Huh. Nope. Alright, I guess the only way is to... Oh shit, did I trap myself? Alright, just gotta slowly walk my way back. The only way is down that hole, I guess. It's this giant freight elevator? Why would you need an elevator this big? Like, with an opening that small? It kind of feels like that trash compactor from Star Wars. Except, like, the thing's going up instead of... Alright. Oh, we're back here. Nope, it's a different place, but it's very similar, like a skylight and everything. Just a very large set of stairs. Looks like they're made of marble. Or some kind of precast concrete, with the illusion of marble. A very long hallway with a series of skylights. A light at the end. What is that? Is that the thing from earlier? Like that thing that kills us, or like that sends us like really like high or whatever? I think it is. That's what it looks like from here. God, I wish there was a sprint button. Did it kill us? Nope, it didn't kill us. We're going up. Oh, nothing to see though. Oh shit.
Turn back.
For R. Is R Coda?
Turn back from this cave.
I feel like this project would not have been possible without the following individuals: Matthew Bright, Jesus Higueras, Ryan Roth, Lydia Nelson, Helena Herron, Jack Parsons, Rich. Oh, I'm too slow. Turn Back, written by Helena Herron, performed by Helena Herron and Ryan Roth. I feel like I should keep talking over this so the video doesn't get copyrighted. Additional thanks by Aviva Pinchas, Chael Sidham, Naduero Ortiz, Felix Kramer. That's too many names. I can't read them all. But beautiful song. It was kind of a beautiful game, I'd say. Let's just keep going, like, through the credits just to see if there's more. Oh, I think that might have been it. Relatively small team. Okay. So that was the beginner's guide. I want to say that was a powerful experience for me, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. It seems just a little bit pretentious. I know I might get dragged for that opinion, but like that's just an opinion. Like, I mean, it was all right. It was a different sort of thing. It wasn't as open-ended as the Stanley Parable. There might have been some. Well, I hope. Well, I don't know. Like, a lot of times they like to hide like Easter eggs or something in games like this. Something else. But this was very linear, and it was trying to tell, like, I guess it was trying to send a message. But for a $10 game, I'm not really sure if, I really had that powerful of an experience to justify it. But that might be what they're hinting at here, which I kind of resent. I don't know. It just seemed kind of pretentious to me, but I could see, like, if that resonated with you or, well, let me know in the comments, guys. And squeeze that subscribe button and squeeze that like button. Mikey, squeeze it for me. All right. Well, this was the Beginner's Guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.